TGIW.
Thank God it's Wednesday. Very clever, Jacob. Very clever.
And Wednesday...
Tigu.
TGIW. Yeah. Which, as you all know, means it's a day to get something off your chest. Nice.
That's what it feels like when you get something off your chest.
It's a good feeling. So today, thankfully, we have 3 of your responses, 3 of your...
Very brave people.
Very brave, beautiful people that have been willing to open up and express something they need to tell us and the world, and maybe they don't want our advice, they want our
But you're
input.
going to get it anyways.
You're going to get it, and you're going to get our input. Maybe.
Welcome to our unsolicited advice.
Yeah, well, you knew what you were doing.
Very brave people, very brave, and we are honored that we can be the puppets, the voices that this comes out.
Yeah, honestly. So, we're going to start with the first one. This is from, I would say, a Feeling Foggy super fan.
A familiar favorite.
Josie Gimpy 9119.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We're glad to have you. Josie says, you ready? Getting this off my chest. For a second, I doubted this video would be at all helpful. This is in regards to our last video on Monday.
How to make friends without leaving the house.
Yes.
Will this video be helpful?
Recently, I've had a fallout with my friend group. We still haven't talked in a few weeks, but this video made me realize that friendship is only there if you welcome it. I've always thought of myself as an introvert. Now I'm starting to wonder if I am too content with my social circle for my own good. With this realization, I'm going to move forward and try to welcome people into my day-to-day life. Small things, smiles, waves, a good morning.
Good morning.
I was so lost in routine, I forgot other possibilities for connection existed. Keep up the great work and stay foggy. With a little smiley face.
I mean, Luke, I'm first of all, I'm flattered. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching all these videos. It seems like, because we're just 2 guys trying to figure out ourselves. So the fact that we could offer some little bit of guidance is beyond what I could ever expected, because we're right in the same boat with you. Losing a friend group is hard. And not to play this down, but I low-key think it's almost a canon event for some people. Losing a friend group. Big social shift.
Maybe just a friend even?
Yeah, it's maybe a little pessimistic, but almost inevitable for some people. You know, of course, context matters. Of course, situation matters. I don't know where Josie is in her stage of her life. High school, college.
Out of college.
But as the cheesy saying goes, everything happens for a reason. Take this time to do whatever makes you happy. It sounds like it's, for you, it's going to be, as you put it,
small things,
small waves, a good morning. You know, for me, I would almost take it as like, all right, time to learn to live with myself and be with myself and respect myself. Do what makes you the happiest. It seems like you got a good head on your shoulders, and I appreciate that you come to us to say these things, Jacob.
Yeah, and I think I like everything that you just said. I just also want to say it's only been a few weeks. Sometimes a fallout, it could be healed. It can be fixed. I'm not saying to fix it. I'm not saying to not fix it. All I'm saying is, yeah, as Luke said, use this time to, kind of figure some things out. Josie, you seem amazing, but it goes 2 ways, right? Like, your friends might have, you're all part of it, right? And it's a good reflection point, I think, for everybody in this friend group, and it will make you better individuals, and maybe that will lead to a stronger bond in the future with them or future acquaintances. So,
very beautifully put, Jacob.
Thank you, Josie. Keep watching, and we'll keep
and like talking. And subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And tell your friends.
Yeah. So, the next one. The next thing to get off your chest comes from Brandon Cosby 484. Brandon Cosby, we know Brandon Cosby.
Hey, Brandon.
Love you, Brandon.
Miss you, Brandon.
Brandon Cosby 484 says, getting this off my chest. As a super fan of every sport at St. John's University, our former school.
Our former university.
Before I got to St. John's, I never really followed college sports until I got to SJU. When I did watch college basketball games here and there, I would root for the big-name schools like Duke, Syracuse, and believe it or not, UConn, St. John's biggest rival. Floor is yours.
So, Brandon, I'm actually probably in a similar boat to you. I wouldn't say the same because my relationship with sports is relatively new. In fact, I'd say it is 1 year old, actually probably around today. For you, it's college basketball, college sports. For me, it was football. That was the gateway for sports watching for me. And
American football.
My apologies to our international viewers. Shout out. I think we got some people from Canada when I looked at the analytics.
I still think that's American football.
Yes.
I think.
Anyways,
Continue.
My relationship with watching sports just started, and before then, I had always thought football is the stupidest thing ever. It's a bunch of millionaires wearing astronaut suits with questionable morals, throwing a ball from one side of the screen to the other side of the screen. And now that I've moved to Boston, title town, more sports-centered city, more sports-centered environment, even in this apartment, you got to know ball to hold a conversation, it seems like, around here. I still think football is the stupidest thing ever, but I love it. And I love it with all of my heart. It's a thing where I've learned the value of what it really truly means. Sports, home, and family. And so, Brandon Cosby, your home is now St. John's. Of course you're going to root for your home team.
Yeah.
Before then, the difference where we differentiate is you were just a sports fan in general. And of course you're going to root for the big dogs, the entertaining ones. At the end of the day, it is entertainment. And I think it's very funny about the very testosterone-filled men that get dressed up in face paint and scream at the TV. Connor last night was very funny. Fuck!
Yeah, Connor's funny, man.
Just that whole aspect of like, people don't know you, but you're so invested in their lives.
Yep.
And maybe put some money on it, whatever. But, so Brandon, I think where you might feel like there's some guilt coming from is that maybe it seems like you're a traitor or a backstabber, but where your light shines is that you're not backing down from being a St. John's fan.
No.
You have stopped. I know you, Brandon. You have stopped being a UConn fan.
Definitely.
You have stopped being a
Duke
Syracuse fan. Of course you still root. Of course you still watch. But you are a Johnny Brandon.
We know your true colors.
And you don't have to worry about that ever. What do you think?
College sports just work like this. That's just how it is. You go to a school, you were a fan of that team, and there's no shame whatsoever in that. You literally live there.
Mm-hmm.
You are around the players. You are around the community. I think college sports is such a beautiful thing. I've never been a college sports fan the way that I am professional basketball and football specifically. That being said, when I got to St. John's, I loved the basketball team, partially thanks to Brandon.
Yeah. Big
and
Cosby.
I watch all the games. I watch all of the St. John's basketball games because I feel a certain connection to this school. It's like a different type of fandom. It's very unique, I think. College sports and being a big fan of a team, I think, is a very unique feeling. It's not anything like professional. Patriots.
You'll always feel like an underdog, even if it's one of the best schools ever, because it's just college football,
and they're college kids. They're 20 years old. It's nothing like pros, and I think it's this beautiful thing where you literally choose to go to this place.
So correct, Brandon. Good job, Brandon.
You did the right thing. There's not a single thing wrong with that.
But there's some other situations where perhaps the bandwagoning be more apparent.
Because I love this guy.
I was shaking my fist before because I thought you were going to do this one before. This one gets me angry. Thank you for getting this off your chest, but...
No, I did save this one for last because I just love him so much. But if you're angry, think about how angry I am. Yeah. Remember
This has been going
Got
on.
bad.
We've known about this, but this is the first time he's actually admitted this. Oh my god, we've had so many conversations about this even before he.
Okay.
Would you like to read it?
Dylan Ahami. Our dear friend Dylan.
Wow. Welcome to the pod.
Getting this off my chest. I made the conscious choice to be a Memphis Grizzlies fan as a child after the mistreatment of my favorite Knicks players and because Mike Conley was a dog. That's true. And during horrible seasons of lottery basketball to get recent successful seasons. I am ashamed to say, through these past 2 particularly painful seasons, I have found myself watching more Knicks games than my beloved Grizz. Am I a disgusting bandwagon for reconnecting with my hometown childhood team, or is it acceptable to take a light vacation after the Grizz get bounced from playoffs? You can go. I don't want to.
I'll let you conserve your energy. So, Dylan, first off, who do you think you are? It's what like I said before, home and family. Sports is about home and family. New York is your home. You gotta stick with it. For me, to relate to you, I'm a Chicago Bears fan. My family is from Chicago. Chicago Bears, worst fucking team in the league. Suck balls.
Awful.
Suck balls. But they're the best team in the league at the same time. I love them with
because
all my heart. Team. They are so incredibly charming. I just love the concept of the Chicago Bears so much. It's a part of me. I've only started watching the past, again, real 2 years, but that's where I'm from. That is my team. Now, Chicago Bears suck. It's cool to recognize that. I'm not going to stop being a Chicago Bears fan where you have stopped being a Knicks fan. For me, so Dylan's is Knicks to Grizzlies.
Back to Knicks.
Back to Knicks. For me, if I were to jump off the Chicago Bears train, I guess it would be, I mean, the Grizzlies aren't as good as the Ravens, but I think the Ravens are my second favorite
They're my
team.
second favorite team.
Exactly.
But I acknowledge
Lamar
them
Jackson,
as my second favorite team.
Exactly. Lamar Jackson is a dog. And that's even crazy for you because you're a Pats fan and they're in the same conference as you. You don't want to root for someone in your conference.
I don't give a shit. I've loved Lamar Jackson since.
And so you can respect the other teams. You can respect their game. They can respect what they're about, the players. But you can't substitute. When you are a fan of a shitty football team, actually, you know who gave this advice? Ninja to Connor. Connor, our roommate, was in Ninja's live stream sometime last year. And
this is hilarious.
He chatted to Ninja in the chat or whatever. Yeah,
our roommate.
Yes, and he asks Ninja, "What do you do?" Because Ninja is a Detroit Lions fan. Detroit Lions, if you don't know, were historically one of the worst football teams ever.
Absolutely
and just recently,
horrible.
they are absolutely balling out. They are very fun to watch, and they're in my conference, and I'm saying that, but whatever. And so Connor asked,
division.
Yes, my division. Connor asked Ninja, "What do you do when you are a fan of a really bad football team? What do you do?" And Ninja said, "You know what? You're now just a football fan. You know, dip your toes into other teams, dip your toes into other players' stories, but keep yours maybe on the back burner. Depends on how much mental health it's negative mental health it's causing you. But the whole beauty, the whole poetry of sports.
Still gonna watch the Bears.
Past the testosterone-filled toxic masculinity is your home. And so, Dylan, my friend, you've left your home. You've abandoned your child for... Would you compare the Memphis Grizzlies to... Who are the Memphis Grizzlies in NFL terms? I'm not much of a basketball watcher, so I'm only comparing to NFL.
I would compare the Memphis Grizzlies to the...
Chicago Bears?
Tennessee Titans.
Really?
They're both from Tennessee.
Well, but Memphis Grizzlies had some
Titans
hope
did too.
With Cam Ward?
No, the Titans had real hope. The Titans, 3 or 4 years ago, were in the AFC Championship up against the Kansas City Chiefs and they lost. Maybe they were up. I understand that because they're in Tennessee, but I actually do think they're very similar. Derrick Henry's kind of jaw a little bit, but
Okay.
Derrick Henry's gone. Anyways, continue.
And my point being, just be a sports fan. Don't abandon the Knicks, no matter how much distress and whatever they've caused you. That's the merit of being a fan. You're there through thick and thin. And also you're nowhere near Tennessee. So I'm rambling. But I've mentioned how I've just started watching sports really in the past year because of moving to Titletown, Shadow Boston. I've used this opportunity of being baby-faced to sports watching to now choose my teams. And I thought it would be very clever. People will hate me for this. People have told me they hate me for this. But I'm like, I got homes in different places of the country. Born in Chicago, got family in Chicago. Moved to New York and grew up to New York my entire life. And now I'm in Boston, and this is probably the peak of my life ever, and I want to commemorate that. And so, I've chosen 3 teams from 3 different parts of the countries to represent the phases of my life. And the bit is that it's different sports each, so I can't root for 3 Illinois team, 3 whatever.
Yep.
Chicago Bears for football, for the Chicago part of my life. The New York Mets for the baseball, for the New York part of my life. And the Boston Celtics.
Which I gave you
For the Boston
permission
Armada.
to be a fan of. Which,
That one people raised the eyebrows the most
But-
because they just came off a championship.
No, but I gave him permission, and that is more valuable than what anybody else has to say, is that I gave him permission. So,
Because I was a fresh slate to basketball. I
Yeah.
did not watch a lick of basketball. I didn't even know how to spell basketball until last
he
year.
had to, though.
And so, I think I'm in the clear.
You're in my clear, and that's all that matters.
Because I'm from New York. Should I be a Knicks fan? I didn't even know Knicks stand for Knickerbockers. Like, I did not
You just have to, you know that.
I took advantage of this time in my life where I actually have a developed brain and I can constantly choose the right teams to pick. And those are my 3 teams. And so, I want you to talk. I have more things to say, but I have so much. I'm talking.
It's funny.
more
I
things.
didn't plan on what just happened, which was me to kind of disagree with you on something you extensively talked about.
Okay.
Everything else I agree with, besides what I'm about to say.
Okay.
And what I disagree with, is that I don't think it's a problem that Dylan is a Grizzlies fan.
No, it's not.
No. But, like,
It's the fact he abandoned the Knicks.
no. I think it's the fact that and this might be bias for me, but as far as I'm concerned, Dylan was a Knicks fan growing up. Younger, though. I don't know how old he was when he decided to be a Grizzlies fan, but for some reason, he explains it a little bit here, Mike Conley and the Knicks being awful, like a terrible franchise.
I also just don't know what that does to a person.
He decided to become a Grizzlies fan. Now, the Grizzlies, there's something that he did was I'm just assuming based on my decent, above average basketball knowledge, and from what I know, he picked the Grizzlies at a time that they were okay. They were not going to win the championship. They were not the worst team in the league. I think they were like a first-round type team, very scrappy. They were like mid. They were mid. They really were.
But it's better than the Knicks.
And my main issue, and you could convince me, you even are a little bit, that switching to the Grizzlies is a problem, and you should stay with the Knicks. My problem is that this year, when your Grizzlies
It's the fact he came
decided to shit the bed, as always, literally as always, and you decided to become a fan of the Knicks, literally the second the Grizzlies got out of the playoffs. Did they even make the playoffs?
Yes.
Yes, they did.
Well,
They played the Warriors.
Yep.
Oh. No. They
Was that-
lost
was
in
that
the
2 years
play-in
ago?
to the Warriors.
Right. Yes.
is so upsetting to me. I understand that Dylan, I mean, again, I love you. This is with all love, but the way you embraced it in the most infuriating way, and it was so fucking annoying that you play my team, you play the Celtics. I've shown nothing but respect to you as a Grizzlies fan. Nothing. And you play the Celtics, and you're in the group chat, and what do they say?
Mm-hmm.
Go New York, go New York. Like, all that bullshit from that stupid fan base. Like, you guys are the most depressing, like, losers. All New York teams are just losers. Besides the Yankees.
Go Mets.
Honestly, but I don't like the Yankees. And for you to just, like, pretend, and it was like you just pretended you were a fan of them. You're posting on your story. You're going to that thing in New York with, you know what I'm talking about? The live event thing. And it's just like, honestly, if you were just like, yeah, I'm going to be rooting for the Knicks this playoffs, that would have been different. But it feels like you tried to
erase this
history where you left them. You left them.
So he double bandwagoned.
Yes.
That's a crime.
And I think you're a great sports fan. I think you're a great St. John's sports fan. I think you're a good Jets fan. This just was hard to watch. And I'm sorry that it got angry.
It's okay.
And I hope, Dylan, you don't take this personal. It's not personal. It's just, I don't like bandwagoners. I don't.
You made a good point about you can say you're rooting for the Knicks this season, this playoff run.
Like, yeah, I'll be rooting for the Knicks in this series.
Congratulations.
But now shit talking me?
like a true Knicks fan. Like I was saying, the comparison that I was making when this was all going down was like, I'm a Mets fan. And if the Red Sox were to make the playoffs, are making the playoffs, I'm going. I live here. It's part of the culture. I want to see what that street looks like when it's playoff October.
Right.
In Fenway.
We're going to in a few weeks.
We are. Spoiler alert. That's just a beautiful life bucket thing. I'm still a Mets fan. I will be rooting for the Red Sox playing whoever they're going to be playing in the wild card.
It's going to be the Yankees, it looks like.
That would be electric. I hate the Yankees. Even though I'm a Mets fan, I hate the Yankees. And
that makes sense.
But I will be rooting for the Red Sox. But in the back of my mind, in the back burner, let's go Mets. But, so, if you adopted that mindset, I'm not going to be posting on Instagram like, let's fucking go Red Sox, the biggest fan since day one. No one does it like the Red Sox. That's wrong. That's fake colors. It's being plastic. But you can show up to...
Of course, I have no problem.
One of the best stadiums in the country. I have no
problem with Dylan being like, I am from New York, I am a Grizzlies fan, but I am going to be cheering the Knicks on this playoffs. I was cheering, after the Celtics got out, I was cheering the...
No one. I wasn't cheering for anyone.
I didn't really care. I just didn't... I guess I wanted the Pacers to win because I didn't want
series. What a boring series.
To win. Awful. But football's a better example. When the Patriots get out, which has been every year for the last 5 years, I am like, oh, I'm definitely rooting for the Ravens to win.
Yep.
Right? And, yeah, I'll do like a sarcastic, like Lamar, like, edit on Instagram. But, listen... I felt attacked by Dylan.
And because he knows.
He knows.
He knows. He was being a bully.
It gets
he was
me
being
like right
a bully.
Here. And that's my team, man. I invest a lot of time. That's what it is. I made this all by myself.
Well, he made it all about himself.
I invest a lot into the Celtics. You know how it is.
You got ink ingrained into your flesh. This is not a game.
And then, like, the stress after, like, a loss to the Magic on a Thursday night, it hurts. So for this fan, someone I love Dylan, to just change up on me like that, just in time to break my heart, it hurt. And that's all I have to say.
And that's the core of it all, isn't it?
It hurt.
You got something off your chest, I guess.
I guess so.
Well, we're going to take a breather. Maybe drink some water. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. And...
You okay?
Here you go.
I was going to say like and subscribe.
You can outro, yeah.
Like and subscribe. And maybe, you have like a meditation app or something.
I think we play 2K.
Yeah, same thing. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you on Friday.
Friday night game night. Stay foggy.
Stay foggy.